Gonzaga and Tennessee played a high profile, high stakes exhibition. I think it was an exhibition, like a charity match or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Tennessee won. Tennessee won by 20, 99-80 to be exact. You, I believe, watched much of this game. I only saw highlights. I didn't watch it live. So let's throw to you. What did you see from Gonzaga, Tennessee?
I saw two teams that I think are in different places right now. As far as panicking, if I'm a Gonzaga fan, I'm not doing that. This looked like a team with new pieces to me, and it looked more so like a team in Tennessee that has played a lot more games together. But Tennessee's no joke this year. And like I think people don't want to take the step with Zakai Ziegler as far as him being like considered one of the best point guards in the country. Like I feel like they mention him maybe like in that top 20 type point guard or top 30 type overall point guard in the country. But he really is like the real deal at the point guard spot. And Vescovi has been there for so many years. And despite what I might think about him or others might think about him, he was first team all SEC last year, I believe, in an SEC that had some really good guards in it. So this Tennessee team is good. Gonzaga is going to be fine. I still think that Gonzaga is going to be fine moving forward. I think Hickman's going to eventually take control of this team. I think Salas will give them things. And at the end of the day, they have Drew Timme. So I'm not as concerned as I feel like others might be.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's good from what I saw for sure, which should make Michigan State feel better about the way their scrimmage went. And we should pivot to that and talk specific. How does this affect Michigan State? Because they're about to play
Oh
Gonzaga
no!
in
Oh,
weeks
this
too.
kills Michigan State. This kills
Save
them.
that. Save that. Save that. We'll get to that. So I think this game actually means more for Gonzaga than it does for Tennessee, is my takeaway. I think Tennessee is going to be good. I don't think they're going to be great. And like, I'm not necessarily buying like, oh, this is some revelation and Tennessee's a national title contender now that we didn't see coming. I
Oh,
think
I'm not
Zakai
saying that either. I just want to make that known.
Yeah, I think Zakai Ziegler's really good, but I think like all in all, this is like still a top 15 to 20 team in the country. And if Gonzaga's getting smoked by a top 15, 20 team, we got some eyebrows to raise here. Let me say can I say some things about Gonzaga?
Yeah, please do.
I'm sick of Gonzaga. And if this is now some Braden from Gonzaga is going to clip this. And
As a Zags jersey is hanging behind him.
yeah, look, I love Jalen Suggs. Like I've loved Gonzaga's teams the last few years. Any college basketball fan should absolutely love them. What I'm sick of is like every year, even going back before the last 2 years, for the last five, like Gonzaga ends up in the top three in the country, and look, I just don't think they are typically actually deserving of that. Like this team is gonna lose 4 games on the season, 2 of them in the non-conference, 1 in the NCAA tournament, and 1 hiccup along the way to St. Mary's. And they're going to get a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And it is what it is. Like, I respect the program. I respect Mark Few immensely when he's not drinking and driving. And I respect Drew Timme. He's really good. But like, I'm bugged by us acting like this is a consensus top 3 roster now, because there are holes here from what made Gonzaga special the last 2 seasons. Jalen Suggs is gone. Andrew Nembhard is gone. And Chet Holmgren is gone. And Drew Timme's great. He is good enough to be the National Player of the Year if he plays well this year. But like, you don't just replace Andrew Nembhard in the backcourt and fire on all cylinders. And we like Nolan Hickman. He's solid. Rasir Bolton, we made jokes about all last year. He's Rasir Bolton. Like,
I mean, Rasir Bolton. I mean, as for as many jokes as we said about Rasir Bolton, he was a guy who was shooting 40% from 3.
yeah, he's a very useful winning basketball player. He's Rasir Bolton, though. And Hunter Salas is not the guy I think a lot of people wanted Hunter Salas to be. He only played 13 minutes this game, 4 points, 1 assist. I like Nolan Hickman. Nolan Hickman is not Andrew Nembhard, though. He's not like a win now, ready to just run the show point guard the way that Andrew Nembhard was. And Chet erased everything every hole this Gonzaga team had, Chet covered up. So now that's gone. Like Drew Timmy's defensive inability is exposed again, the way that it wasn't all last year. And it eats them up in March. We know that when you put Drew Timmy in ball screen coverage situations, he's toast. And I don't know if that's what Tennessee did in this game because, like I said, I only watched highlights, but I'm not going to sit here and watch Gonzaga lose by 20 to a team that we think is going to finish third in the SEC, and we're going to rank them in the top 3 all year again. I'm not doing that. Not playing that game this year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think one of the biggest things you said is defensively, they're gonna struggle. It looks like so they're gonna have to find their way around that. But at the same time, like this is, I don't know, like for all the things you say about Gonzaga doing the same thing every single year. Literally 2 years ago, they made it to the title game.
You know why?
I do know why.
Jalen Suggs.
I ate pancakes.
Look, that team was great. And they had way more ready NBA guys than this year's team does. Like Kispert was awesome that year. Iu was really good. Andrew Nemhard is playing for the Pacers right now. Like that was one of the best college teams of all time, no question. But I don't want to do the thing where Gonzaga is just a top 3 team all season and they're out here getting like they got ran by Tennessee. Did they not? They got ran off the court in the second half of this game. Tennessee's not that good this year. They're just not. So
I mean, but also how much you put in exhibitions. I mean, I think yesterday Arkansas got ran off the floor by Texas by like 30.
And I think that would say something about Arkansas. But I overreact. I know that. But we can only evaluate based on the basketball that we've seen thus far. And the point is, we're going to see Gonzaga win 19 of 20 conference games, and we're going to give them a 1 seed. We do it every year. I'm not doing it this year. Like I'm not pretending this Gonzaga team is the best team in the country anymore.
You think Gonzaga's a top 5? You think Gonzaga's a top 5 team though?
I think they're closer to 10 right now.
Okay.
Where do you have them?
I had them. I think closer to 10 is a little stretch, but I think I have them like 5, 6.
I like that. I respect that. If we can just be honest about that, I'm fine. Like if this game mattered, if this was a real results game, don't they immediately fall to like 5 or 6?
Yeah.
So there we go. Let's just act like if we just do that instead of pretending Gonzaga is a top 3 team in the country all season long, I'm perfect with it. Yay. Great result. Okay. How does this impact Michigan State now? Because MSU is going to play Gonzaga in a couple of weeks. They had the secret scrimmage against Tennessee. By all accounts, Michigan State held their own in that game, had a lead on Tennessee early in the second half, hanged the banner before ultimately losing the game. And now we think Tennessee looks really good, and we think Gonzaga is more vulnerable than we did a week ago. So how are you feeling as a Michigan State fan?
The immediate thought that came to my mind is that this is a wake-up call to Gonzaga. I'm trying to catch them on that game where they're lacking a little bit. I think Tennessee got to catch them lacking. So my thoughts don't change on this game at all. I still think they have a large advantage down low in the front court with Drew Timme. And I don't think that Michigan State, at least to my knowledge, is going to have enough offensive firepower to expose Gonzaga's defensive deficiencies. So, it doesn't really. I don't think it really does anything for us that, or I see something different right now than I saw before.
Okay. Yeah, I like your point about you want to be the team that catches them by surprise, and now Michigan State's not going to get the opportunity to do that. I don't know. I think there's more life here than I would have given them a week ago for sure. And the same thing's happening with Kentucky. Severe Wheeler got hurt overnight, and we don't know what his availability is going to be for that game. So that matters. Like the schedule gauntlet that is Michigan State's schedule, hardest schedule of all time. Suddenly you can squint and see some upsets.
So you're saying State money lines a go?
It might be. Look, I think.
Or are you saying now we're going to get better value for the other teams?
No, I don't. I still wouldn't like. I'm not going to put my name behind Michigan State's going to win either of these games against Gonzaga or Kentucky. But if AJ Hoggard can be the best guard in that game, which is possible, definitely, why not? Like if AJ Hoggard can keep just putting Drew Timme in vulnerable situations downhill, why not? Like that's a matchup Michigan State can 100% exploit. If Michigan State runs all the
Yeah,
shooters out there.
but at the same time, I'm sorry, I feel like I've been cutting you off a lot this episode, so don't forgive me for that. At the same time, I don't think AJ Hoggard. I think that Drew Timme struggles to guard in the pick and roll, but is he really going to struggle to guard in the pick and roll if he doesn't have to come out and show or hedge or even press up? He can play drop coverage.
Yeah, theoretically he can. I don't know if AJ will make him pay or not. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
The real season starts in 7 days.
But the thing with Timme though is like he's not a rim protector. Even if he plays drop coverage, like you're letting AJ Hoggard go downhill into your body. Pause. But like that's still,
I mean,
that's a win for Michigan State, right?
Yeah, true. But also at the same time, he keeps his hands straight up. Maybe he fouls them, and then you send a 65% free throw shooter to the line.
I think Michigan State will take Drew Timme fouls in that game.
Yeah, true.
Listen, Velocichet ain't coming out of nowhere no more. So
Velocichet. Wow.
I'm just saying, I see opportunity here for Michigan State in a way that I didn't a week ago. So more to come. I'm sure we'll talk more about Gonzaga all season long. And hi, Gonzaga fans, when somebody clips this and only shows the part where I say I'm sick of Gonzaga. Hello. Very good team, just not preseason favorite in my mind.
Good team. Call an Uber.